Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we pay tribute to those great creative forces who passed away from cancer, here's a name you may not be familiar with, but it's Maureen Dallas Watkins, an American journalist and playwright. She was a reporter with the Chicago Trib, covering murders and trials of many famous criminals, and she often acerbically provided some amusing reportage focusing on the farcical, cynical, and sensational aspects of two cases. The press and the public's interest in the legal proceedings all made for a very attractive story. Well, as a class assignment in a writing workshop, she wrote a thinly fictionalized account of two murders in Chicago, calling it first The Brave Little Woman, and eventually writing it as a play, retitling it simply Chicago. Watkins wrote about 20 of these plays, but Chicago was her most successful. She journeyed to Hollywood to write screenplays, including the 1936 comedy Libeled Lady with William Powell, Myrna Loy, Jean Harlow, and Spencer Tracy. To sum up, in the 1960s, she was approached by Bob Fosse, who sought the rights to Chicago for a musical adaptation, but she resisted the offers. Following her death from lung cancer in 1969, her estate sold Fosse the rights, leading to the development of Chicago, a musical vaudeville, with a score by Kander and Ebb. And proceeds from the sale, appropriately enough, supported a charity funding cancer research. Voices of Hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the falsely incarcerated merry murderesses of the Voices of Hope.
Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero. Lip shits. 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 He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Squish. You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bertie. Bertie likes to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So I come home this one day really irritated. I'm looking for a little sympathy. And there's Bertie, lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing, popping. So I said to him, I said, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots into his head. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
Now, I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago. He told me he was single and we hit it off right away, so we moved in together. I mean, he'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him his drink, we'd have dinner, and then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, he had 6 wives. Now, he was one of those, Mormons. So that day he goes to work, he comes home, I fix him his drink as usual. You know, some guys, they just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in his prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime. So there I was, standing in the kitchen, carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business, when in storms my husband Wilbert in a jealous rage. You've been screwing the milkman, he says. He was crazy. He kept on screaming. You've been screwing the milkman. And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie used to travel around with us. Now for the last number in our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after the other. So this one night before the show, we're down at the Hotel Cicero, the three of us, boozing, having a couple of laughs, and we run out of ice. So I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I don't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead. They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? He had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming, he only had it saying. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen, I bet you would have done the same.
Pop that gum one more time.
Single my ass.
10 times.
Number 17, the spread eagle.
Artistic differences.